This video demonstrates the Dashboards features in Campbell Cloud. To open the Dashboards application, select Dashboards from the application menu. The screen shows any dashboards the user has permission to view. New dashboards are also created from here. Dashboards can be grouped by folder. Filters are available to show only dashboards with a given keyword, dashboard status, folder, label, or dashboards created by the user. The dashboards can also be sorted by name or status in ascending or descending order. Click the plus icon to add a new dashboard. Then click Add to add a standard dashboard. This opens the Dashboard Studio editor. On the left side of the editor is the Component Selector menu. From here, data points, tables, text, gauges, charts, and panels are selected to add to the dashboard canvas by dragging the component to the canvas. On the dashboard canvas, there is an option to view a specific aspect ratio. This helps when designing a dashboard to view on a specific device. For example, I can select a 4:3 aspect ratio. The aspect ratio is only used to view a specific aspect ratio. When a dashboard is saved, it is saved without an aspect ratio and will render to the aspect ratio of whatever screen it is displayed on. Scrolling can be turned on and off. By toggling the switch on, a user can create a no scrolling dashboard. When this toggle is switched off, if a user drags a component to the bottom of the dashboard canvas, the dashboard length will automatically extend. The dashboard grid helps in aligning dashboard components. It can be toggled on and off. The panel on the right has 4 tabs. The first tab contains general settings for the dashboard. This is where the dashboard is given a name and description. Permission to view the dashboard is also given here. Clicking on plus under permissions will show the available groups in the organization along with the permission settings of each group. Permission to view is given by selecting one or more security groups in the organization. The dashboard can't be saved without a name and assigned permission. The next 2 options allow the dashboard to be assigned to a specific folder group and give the dashboard one or more labels for filtering. Next is the option to choose dynamic or static units of measurement. Dynamic units, the default, will display the user's preference, while static units will display the units specified in the dashboard design. Viewing the dashboard using dynamic units requires the measurement classifications for incoming data to have been defined, so Campbell Cloud knows the units to apply to any incoming measurement. The user's unit preferences are set in My Settings in the User drop-down menu. When using static units, the units to be used will be configured within the Component Properties menu. The Included Stations menu can be used to add a station menu selector to the dashboard. You'll see when a station is selected. A drop-down selector menu appears on the main dashboard header when the measurements selected for dashboard components are chosen based off measurement classification, and when multiple included stations are selected. This provides the ability for a user to create one dashboard that can be used to view the data from multiple stations. This is particularly beneficial for organizations who have large networks of stations all sending the same type of data to Campbell Cloud, since one dashboard can be configured to serve an entire network of stations. Finally, in the General Settings menu, users have the ability when configuring a dashboard to set a global time period. Set this to 60 minutes. To explain what the global time period does, I'll add a component to the dashboard which provides time series data. I'll use a line chart. Place a line chart component onto the dashboard. Notice that when a dashboard component is selected, the Component Properties menu on the far right is automatically selected. Within this menu, I'm going to select the measurements to feed into this component. Since I've previously defined my measurement classifications for the station in the Measurement Classifications screen, I'll select to choose my measurement classification. I'm presented with a list of all the measurement classifications currently supported in Campbell Cloud. I'll make things easier by narrowing down this list to just the measurement classifications I have defined for my stations. To save having to manually filter, switch back to the General Settings menu and ensure the included stations are selected. When I return to selecting the measurement classifications I want to use with this line chart component, Campbell Cloud has automatically filtered to just the measurement classifications I've defined. Select the air temperature classification. Click Apply. The line chart component is populated with the last 60 minutes of air temperature data because the global time period is set to 60 minutes. When global time period is configured, the time selector is added to the dashboard main header. This enables me to step backwards and forwards by the time period specified in the global time period setting. Next, I will clean up the formatting of this component. By selecting Component Options, I'm presented with the component-specific options I can configure. Since this is a line chart component, I can plot data on up to 4 y-axes. Since I've only selected one measurement type, I'm just going to use one axis. First, I'll alter my axis label. Since I have static units set on this dashboard currently, I need to specify the units I want to be used with this chart. I'll also edit the label shown under the chart to just show my measurement field name. Finally, I'll show the maximum and minimum values on the chart. When I hit Apply, I'll see these changes I've made take effect. If I now go and change my global time period to be the last 6 hours, I'll see the line chart updates to show the last 6 hours of data. If I want to override the global time period on a specific dashboard component, I have the ability to do this within the Component Properties menu. Override the global time period I've set with a component-specific time period of 24 hours. Now this component will always show the last 24 hours of data, irrespective of what the global time period is set to. One implication of this is if I now step forward and backward using the global time period selector, my time chart data doesn't step forward and backward since it's no longer configured based on the global time period. This customization enables users to create dashboards with a mixture of components, where some are using a global time period, while others have a component-specific time period defined. Take a look at the General Theme menu. The General Theme menu is where the global dashboard theming is applied to a dashboard. Campbell Cloud provides multiple customization options for theming a dashboard. As an example, I'll quickly change the header background and text color on my components in main dashboard header. Now when I save and view the dashboard, I can see that the changes I've made have been applied to both the component header and the main dashboard header. If I want the theming of components on a dashboard to differ from the general dashboard theming, Campbell Cloud provides the ability to control this at a component level. If I switch back to the Component Properties menu, I can see a formatting option. Currently, the formatting for this component is inherited from the dashboard theme. Within the formatting option, I can select to use Component Theme. This presents me with the current dashboard theme settings which I can now adjust for this specific component. For example, change the header text color to be different from the main dashboard header text. Now my component header text color has been altered and this component now has custom theming in the formatting option. Campbell Cloud also allows users to copy the custom theming from one dashboard component to another. To demonstrate this, add a second dashboard component. I'll select the data point value component. When I added this component to the dashboard canvas, it automatically inherited the dashboard theming. I can see this because the header text is different to that of the line chart component that I just altered. If I go into the line chart components formatting options and select Copy Theme and Apply, then go into the data point value components formatting options and paste this theme, I can see that the theme has been copied. Every time I save and edit to a dashboard, Campbell Cloud automatically version controls the dashboard for data provenance reasons. The History menu displays a history of all versions of a dashboard in reverse chronological order. At any time, I can view a previous version of a dashboard, create a copy of that version, or roll back to a previous version. Thank you for watching this overview of the Campbell Cloud Dashboard Studio. In the next video, I'll take a closer look at dashboard theming and show how to create a visually appealing dashboard with the configuration options provided in the Camel Cloud Dashboards application.